when you say retire, we did not see the last Tio. Man, you can't.
I think the only way you get Teofimo back is a nine-figure contract deal.
Okay, money got to be
Because
right.
I've made ESPN over $100 million, and I'm still getting paid $1 million a fight, while all these other fighters that have not even done a quarter of what I've done and I've accomplished in the sport, they're getting 8, 10, 12, $15 million. So obviously, I'm the black sheep of the industry, and they're really hurting me on that end. So I really want to fix the sport of the boxing world and the corruption that's going on. Obviously, it doesn't happen overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day, but we need to help these young kids that are out there right now, and parents and families that are, this, Sean. I mean, when we were in the amateurs, our parents had to sacrifice part of.
What's going on, people? Shaman the YB back once again. So, you heard that from T.O. I get his point, but Tank is making $10-20 million because he's fighting Ryan Garcia. He weren't making that otherwise. Who I would have liked to have heard T.O. name the names. Now, is it possible? I did hear Devin Haney got a big bag to go to Cambosos, but again, that was in, what's it called? Australia. Them kind of weird event ones where the government was backing it and all other things, those kind of things can happen. But T.O. is on now. This is the time to get the bag. For example, I mean, the Ryan Garcia fight's probably there as well. I don't want to see it now, but I mean, maybe that's what he's posturing for. But still, I feel like, I mean, making $1 million for 3 months' work, it's not bad money, is it? Do you know what I'm saying? And Josh Taylor was never a big name. He was never going to get paid as a challenger. Let's do the maths here, people. Tio was a challenger against Lomachenko. He won. He then went on to fall off against Cambosos. And now again, he's a challenger against Josh Taylor. Challengers notoriously get paid 25%, 30%. So there's no way. How can he expect these big paydays? Your big paydays were supposed to come now because you're not supposed to lose to Cambosos. Do you understand? So we do have to... Yeah, I understand that... Well, I disagree, actually. I don't think ESPN have made $100 million. Teofimo Lopez alleges ESPN have made $100 million off of him. Like I've just explained. How? Beating Lomachenko wasn't a big thing, commercially speaking. No one expected it. Tio hasn't had his time in the sun yet to get to them numbers. Let's not run before... You've had a great... Listen, hats off to Tio. I respect him. It almost brought a tear to my eye seeing what he did against Josh, coming back from how down... Listen, he'd been down bad. Like I said, genuinely, I had shivers down my spine watching the end of that fight. Even now I can feel him go down my back because it was inspiring to watch. But still, let's talk Turkey here. You haven't maintained your position to get to them paydays, unfortunately. Yeah, Devin Haney got the Cambosos fight because he was mandatory or whatever it was. And that played off. Tank, you don't want to be like Tank anyway. What you basically... Come on. What you're building is a real legacy. You have the potential to build a real legacy. And the money will come. It will come. If you keep winning. Do you understand? All these other corny dudes be fighting bums. That's the only... Who making money? Ryan Garcia. Here, twink. Yeah? Ryan Garcia pretty. You understand? He's sweet. So, forget about Ryan. Forget about Tank. Devin. Now, that might be a fair statement. Teofimo may be a legend. That's why he should have really gone into specifics. Did Devin Haney get paid $5 million to fight Lomachenko? I don't believe so. I can't believe it. And if he did, I kind of... No, that's a lie, actually. I can't understand Tio's beef because he's not a champion. You've beat Josh Taylor. You are now a champion. Now is the time you go on... You are now the 75% split. So let's do the maths here. Let's assume Teofimo got 1 million. Well, he said he got 1 million. And that was a standard... A standard split's 30% for a challenger, yeah? 30% split for Tio. That means Josh Taylor got upwards of what? 2-3 million. So you're already... And Josh Taylor in the US ain't a big name at all. So really all Teo needs to do is not lose to Kambosos, hold his belt, and start racking up some big wins. Now, at the 140-pound division, I mean, that's the problem. It's not a massive fight, but Teo versus Prograis, that's a blockbuster fight for me now. Is it going to do the numbers? Probably not, but it's a blockbuster fight. But Teo has the opportunity right now. He could go down as a southpaw slayer. Lomachenko, Josh Taylor, Shakur Stevenson, Tank. What's the other guy's name? Prograis. Now the chances of him beating all of them are close to none, but still, that could be his legacy. Imagine that. Imagine. I don't think it's likely, but again, I didn't think Teofimo Lopez beating Josh Taylor was likely either. And if Teofimo Lopez can build on that performance against Josh, there's no telling. Tank's small. Teo will be big compared to Tank, for what that's worth. You know what I'm saying? Shakur will be small compared to Teo at 140, I'd have thought. Although Shakur got that kind of hood strength, I reckon. You know what I mean? Like a bit like Crawford. Crawford went from 135 to 147. I said it before, but some of these hood, they're not hood dudes, but you know what I mean? Some of these alien dudes, man, they got that hood strength. Yeah, that skinny hood strength. I reckon Shakur got the skinny hood strength. So I don't know about that, but there's so many people in the game now who focus on the money. Focus on anything but that. I just think it's not the right time now for Teo. Teo needs to bask in his victory. The money thing, keep that behind closed doors. For me, it cheapens it. Oh, I'm going away because they're not giving me more money. I don't understand it's sport and people need to get paid, but have a run as a champion first. Rack up a few wins as a champion. We know the South American community show up for their people in, where is it? In New York. That's build your base there. You can't build a base by winning one fight, losing another, winning. You haven't had a run. Teofimo Lopez has not had a successful world championship defense. And he's talking about the money already. Yeah? Go from this fight to the Prograis fight. I'm not sure. Who else has belts at 140? Oh, Rolly has one. Oh my God. That's what, if you want money and an easy fight, go and knock Rolly's ass out. Yeah? But start racking in wins up. Rolly versus Teo in MSG will be a big event. Not massive, but it'll do good numbers. And it's easy work for Teo if he comes on. But I think what Teo needs to concentrate on, not just the legacy, but he needs to concentrate on what motivates him. What gets him serious. It looks like he's a big fighter. Lomachenko, Josh Taylor. Yeah? So in a way, Teo needs to ask himself and question himself, do I even want the Rolly fight? Yeah, it's easy, but does that turn Teo on? It's not. Listen, the Kambosos fight was supposed to be easy. He got put down for the first time in his career. Do you know what I'm saying? So he needs to work. He needs to do the maths himself, because the money and what's right for Teo might not be the same thing. Might not be the best thing for his legacy. It's no good going in there and losing against Rolly, for example, or having a close fight with Rolly. You're better off going in there on your game, on point, going in there with Prograis, where you know this is serious game time. Teo is appearing to be a game time fighter. He's not a turn up and go through the motions kind of guy. Although he's tried to stick it on Kambosos and ran straight into him all night. But anyway, let's see how it plays out. Smash the like button, subscribe, and let off the bell, 100%, no doubt.